First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, YAHAWAHSHI. Second, I want to give double honor to the Apostle El's GreatMillstone, who rule well. Third, I want to say shalom to the elect out there that's pushing the truth out the four corners of the earth and doing so in boldness, So I'm just going to go through the spirit, Right now, I'm going to go into the topic of basically the return, Because knowledge and wisdom, is going to be the stability of our times. It's going to be the stability of our times in this thing. See, with knowledge, comes great understanding. And from that understanding, when that day comes, it shouldn't take you as a thief of the night, because the thief comes to those that are in darkness. But the more you embed yourself into this truth, you come into the light, and with that, with the lights on, you see the thief can't overtake you because you see him coming. Basically, is what I'm trying to allude at. But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge and understanding, you see? So I'm going to get this real quick. And this is Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that we be not partakers of her sin, that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God and YAHAWAHSHI have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled unto her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." So this kingdom, man, they live deliciously, man, and it's time to give it up. But the thing is that with the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? There's a beginning of understanding and knowledge. So those that see him, when they see him, let's see. I'll skip down to 18. 8. I'm gonna keep going. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord YAHAWAHSHI who judgeth her. And that fire is gonna be that nuclear fire, and those lasers from the chariots and all that things. It's gonna be the strangeness of the salvation. That they didn't believe what they were happy. It's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You see. Let's keep going. And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornications and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So there's that hoe, with the stink pussy, but she been throwing it down. You've been comfortable because she just been so easy. You see what I'm saying? Standing far off, and then when they see her getting her ass beat, like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, she was pregnant, standing in that circle getting her ass beat, and be like, shit, that's Babylon right there, man. She all dressed up, So let's keep going. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city which is America. It's not Tel Aviv. It's not fucking the Vatican, man. Babylon is America, Really, this whole kingdom is Babylon, but the center hierarchy of Babylon is this fucking wicked ass place, America, man. Let's keep going. For 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore, man. Nash. Because with that, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So let's see. Cast the power of shall be deep in your sea, and Jacob and the prophets in the kingdom of God, and yourself thrust out. I'm gonna get that too. That's because that's a cut, but there's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth, because guess what? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So when they see him and they all fear and their hearts shall fail, that's when they're gonna understand. They're gonna be like, oh man, they're gonna begin to understand that shit, we really fucked up, man, because they're gonna have that fear on them when they literally see the Lord, man. And they will literally see the Lord, man. So let's get this. And there shall be weeping and gnashing. I'll start up a little bit further. When once the master of the house is risen up and have shut the door, and ye begin to stand without and knock on the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. Shall he answer, and he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence ye are. Then ye shall begin to say, What have eaten? We have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. Kind of, because you got because the Lord put His prophets out there who are speaking. Really, they're His mouthpiece, man. Whereas the water, that He speaks through, It says the Lord's voice is as the sounds of many waters, man. And that many waters, it could be a roaring voice, but that many waters is this truth, and his prophets that He sent out there throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Because water gets into all crevices, man, and just like the Lord's voice, man. There's no getting around it. Then shall you begin to say, We have eaten and drunken in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when ye shall see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the prophets in the kingdom of YAHAWAHSHI, and yourselves thrust out, man. That right there is a cut, man, because it just told you, it says you're gonna see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's, seeds in the kingdom of heaven, and yourself thrust out. So, I mean, it's not for everybody, man. The kingdom is not for everybody. It's for the children of Israel, man. And there's no way around it. There's no way around that ass whooping, okay? You chose to play with the kid, you chose to play with them badass kids, so you have to pay for it, man. Talking about Israel, man, and vice versa, man. You know that Israel had a father that would get in that ass, man. That was known, Yeah, he very powerful, man. And you fuck with his kid, man. And now you got to get that ass open. And no man has the power in his hands to stop it from coming. Okay? Because let's see. Let's see. Here, Isaiah 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see? So when you see that fear, heart fail. You see that fear, man. That's when when you get that fear on you, that's when you're gonna start to believe, man. Trembling hearts. These nations shall not find no ease. The rest of the Lord shall give thee trembling hearts. Let's see. Heart patient fellas. Slock, you bear with me. Let's see. This is it. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, the stress of all nations with perplexity. Perplexity, like, oh shit, I'll get that in the Strong's, Lord willing. The sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear. And right there, when they start to fear, that's when they're gonna understand, When they start to understand that it's not when they fear, but when they start to fear, because they understand that these things are coming on them from the Lord, that's when they're gonna understand, man. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaking. And then shall they see the Son of Man. Then shall they see the Son of Man in a cloud with power and with great glory. And those clouds are chariots, man. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And that's talking about the men of the Lord right there. That's a beautiful scripture to us, Yapa, But to y'all, it's their worst nightmare, man. And he spake unto them in parables. He spake unto them in parables because it wasn't given to everybody, man. He was talking to the men of the Lord, man. Our redemption draweth nigh, because that's another cut, man. Because he was talking to the prophets. Let me get it. He said when he was alluding to the redemption being draweth nigh, and he was speaking in parables. Why wasn't he just speaking plainly, man? Because he wasn't talking to everybody, man. He was just talking to the prophets, man. Let me get that real quick. And the disciples, Matthew 13 and 10, the disciples came and said unto him, Why hast thou speakest unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them is not given. Okay? For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, for him shall be taken, and even that he hath, man. Therefore I speak unto them parables, because seeing they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand, man. So it wasn't given to everybody, man. So our redemption draweth nigh. Lord willing, YAHAWAH desire, man, part of that number, you know. All Akim might deal with our part of that number, but your redemption don't draweth nigh, man. You devils got a lot to pay for, man. So with that, you know, I'm gonna give our praise, glory, and honor to YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, you know. Double honor to the Apostle Elder GreatMillstone. Shalom, Mahabla, Baki, Yarsha, Shrala, you know. Peace and love to you, like they're pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, you know. Hopefully I make a part 2 to this. Shalom.